Hi students, in today's session we are going to see second chapter in 11th Commerce. Our first topic is human activities. So what is human activities? See, we can say any type of activity that is carried by a human being to satisfy his personal needs or wants. Okay, so any type of activity that will satisfy his human requirement, personal requirement. Those type of activity we call it as human activities. So we have two types here. One is economic activities and the other one is non-economic activities. Okay, so what is economic activity? So any type of activity with the object of earning money, we call those activity as economic activity. The main intention will be to earn money in economic activities. So for example, we have production of goods by manufacturers. So why a manufacturer will be producing the goods? In order to sell and earn more money. Correct. Next we have distribution of goods by wholesalers. So why a wholesaler will be interested in distribution of goods to the retailer? So that he can earn money. The primary motive of all this example is to earn money. So all type of activities that is carried to earn money, we call it as economic activity. So what is non-economic activity? So few things will not have the value of money. There your psychological and social needs play a role. Correct. So everything you will not do it for money. Few things is apart from money you require. That is your affection, love from parents. Correct. So those type of activity we call it as non-economic activities. Okay, so here the main intention will not be for money, instead for affection, cares, psychological needs we can say. Okay, so example, cooking food for family. So a mother will be cooking food for family. So does she has the intention to earn money? No. Here she wants to she has to get up early and everybody will be having separate wish. Accordingly she has to cook and satisfy everybody, but she is doing out of love and affection, not for the money. Correct. Next one, celebrating festivals, similar way. Okay, so these are all non-economic activities. Next we have the difference between economic and non-economic. First one, definition. We saw already, right? Economic activities are those activities which are undertaken to earn money, whereas a non-economic activity, it is performed out of love, sympathy, sentiments, etc. Here the main motive is not money. Examples, fruit seller selling fruits. Any person who is selling will have the intention to earn money, whereas mother cooks for her family. It is a activity, but not with the intention of earning money. So that we call it as non-economic activity. Okay, next we have motive. Sole motive is to earn money. Here undertaken for satisfaction of social, psychological and emotional needs. Okay, so working as a lawyer is to earn money, but visit to a temple, that is your emotional need. So you think that if I go to temple, I will be, I'll get God's grace, everything. That is your psychological and emotional need. Okay, here economic activities are related to creation of wealth. So the relationship will be, everything will be related to the creation of wealth, whereas here does not create wealth. So it will be only for the satisfaction of the society. Duration economic activities are repetitive. So once if you earn money, will you be satisfied? No. Again you have to earn money for the next wants and needs. Here it is not like that. It may not be performed regularly. Okay. So when you have free time, only then the importance will be less here. Okay. The importance given to the non-economic activity will be less. It will not be under compulsion. So when you have free time, you can do it. Okay. Next we have money measurement. All economic activities can be valued in monetary terms anyway, right? So you have the intention to earn money, so that can be valued. Here, do you have the value for your affection given by your mom, father? No, that cannot be valued. It is very precious, right? That is only through the expression you can give it back. So that is non-economic activity. Clear? Next we have characteristics of business. What are the characteristics of business? So first we have production or procurement of goods. So how a business should run? So basically you should produce something in order to satisfy the human wants, right? There should be some production or procurement of goods. You have to use that. You have to get it. That is procure, we will tell. Okay. Next, sale, transfer or exchange. So what it is? So basically for a business, there should be some sale, exchange. What is exchange? Exchange of money. Okay. Or transfer of goods from one person to another person for consumption. Okay. Next we have dealing in goods and service. So in a business, what you will be dealing? Definitely with the goods. Correct? Some goods, some products. For example, we can say cloth, textiles, pen, stationeries, brush, bag, etc. Any type of goods or products you must deal. Okay. Next, regularity of dealings. So once, if you get the products and sell it to the customer, will your business end? No. Again, you have to procure the goods from the, the persons who are selling to you, and you have to make the products readily available to the market, and you have to sell it. So regularity of dealing should be there. Regularity of dealing with the customers and the persons who are giving the products to you. So there should be some regular process here. Finally, element of risk. So what it is? The profit that is expected in a business will always not be, regular. Sometimes it might be high. Sometimes it might be lead to loss also. You have to be in a position to, understand and accept and to manage all the situation. Okay. So, and if you are running a business, you have to be ready to accept all these scenarios. If a risk is occurring, you have to be in a position to accept that and manage that. Okay. So next we have objectives of business. What are the objectives of business? First we have economic objectives. So what is economic objectives? We saw, right? Economics is nothing but the main motive will be to earn profit and money. So any type of business, why they are starting? It will be, the primary motive will be to earn profit. After that only service and all will come. First money. I should get money. Correct. For that only everybody will be interested to start a business. That is of economic objectives. He has to satisfy his wants. Yes. So next we have social objectives. So what are they? What are they? Social objectives are those objectives of business which are desired for the benefit of society. Okay, so suppose if you want to do anything, you have to do some benefits also to the society. If you don't do any benefits also, you should not harm. You should not spoil the environment. You should take care in such a way that you are not affecting the general public or society with your business. That is of social objectives. Next we have organizational objectives. So those objectives will be in intention for the course of existence in the economic, like expansion and modernization. So what it is? So once the business has been started, okay, so will you be happy with no same if you have started with a capital of 50,000 and you're earning an income of 20,000, will you be satisfied with that? No, you have to expand your business. So if I have a very small shop at one place, I need to expand my business in the other street also. Correct. So that is expansion. So that we call it as organizational objectives. I need to expand my business. I have to modernize my business. So that is organizational objectives. Next, human objectives. So here we will see the satisfaction and fulfillment of the employees working for you. The workers or employees working under you must be satisfied. Okay, so only then he will be motivated and give you the best production or best work from him. Okay, so those type of objectives we call human objectives. And finally we have national objectives. So what is national objectives? You are working for the country here. Okay, so here the objective of fulfilling national goals and aspirations. So finally, your country should also be benefited from your business and organization. So you should have such goals that, for example, if you are able to provide more employment opportunity, okay, here you are supporting to the country as well to develop. Okay, so that we call it as national objectives. So we have come to the end of the document. Yes, so understand the concept. If you have any clarification, you can get back to me. Thank you.